My name is Georgia McGoy. I'm the global head of the computational chemistry group at Vertex. And my team is physically located at 3 sites. We're in Boston, San Diego, and in Oxford. And as such, I have just come back from spending 2 years on an international assignment at our Oxford site. And I am on day 10 of self-quarantining at my home here in Massachusetts. So I want to talk a little bit around the theme of the 1890s, and the reason why that's relevant is this is when my house was actually built. And anybody that is familiar with old homes, particularly in Massachusetts where we have a wide temperature differential, know that having a piano or any type of wood instrument is difficult in a home such as that. And note that I've been away for over 2 years and I didn't take my piano with me. And one way to keep the soundboard sounding relatively good and the keyboard action working is to put in a humidifier system into your piano. And literally at normal times, I water through a tube that's connected on the back side here of my piano to a humidifier that helps keep everything constant. Now, nobody has really been in this house for the past couple of years, meaning the piano has not been tuned. I have not really been practicing. But on the occasional time that I would come back into Boston for work, I would come by and make sure my piano was watered. The other interesting aspect about the 1890s is I'm playing on a Baldwin piano. The piano was not new when my parents bought it for me. I was 5 when I started playing the piano. I'm much older now. But let's just say this piano is over 50 years of age. But Baldwin is an American company based in Cincinnati, Ohio, and they were founded in 1890. And they are still in existence, although they were bought by Gibson Guitars about a decade ago. And they also have a manufacturing site now in China, but they're still in existence, which is pretty neat. However, during World War II, an interesting fun fact is that they did stop manufacturing pianos and they used their factory warehouse to manufacture pieces for fighter planes. And I just mentioned that because I think it's pretty interesting during COVID-19, which is the time of when I'm recording this, all the interesting aspects people have done where they've changed what their normal business model is and have done things for the good of the country. The other aspect of the 1890s is I have a picture of Clara Schumann right here behind me. So Clara Schumann, you might know of her husband, Robert Schumann, who's a famous romantic composer from the 1800s. But Clara herself was also a composer, also a very renowned, accomplished pianist and a piano teacher. And I just like having her kind of looking over me as I perform. I too was born in Germany. I have 2 daughters that play the piano, and I try to remind them that although most of classical music is written and by men, there were a fair number of women as well. So maybe the next time I play, I'll have a piece by Clara Schumann. So Clara Schumann was from the Romantic period, as I mentioned, and she died in 1896. And a few years before then, Claude Debussy, which is the composer that I'll be playing a piece for him right now, wrote 2 pieces called the Deux Arabesques in the 1888, 1889 type times, just around the time of her death. And he sparked the beginning of what we refer to as the Impressionist era. So Clara Schumann was ending the Romantic period and the overlap was with Claude Debussy. Now, many of us think of the Impressionist era as the Monets of the world. Certainly that was attributed to the painters first, but is also been adapted and used for clarifying this particular period of music that you're hearing. So the piece that I'm going to play is the first of the 2 arabesques. Arabesque, you might know of one of the ballet poses where you have one arm stretched out in front of you, the other arm behind you, and your opposite leg also poised behind you. But it's really a term that we take from Islamic art, the intricacies of some of the intertwined of the pieces that you may have seen on woodwork or paintings. And it's appropriate here for this piece because you'll hear at times, hopefully, that my left hand will be playing four notes, and concomitantly my right hand will be playing on top of that 3 notes. So very much an intricate, ornate piece, hence the word arabesque. Okay, so here we go. So I hope you enjoyed that piece, and I look forward to seeing all of you in person in the near future. Take care.